Hi, I'm Damon. This is my 1995 EG5 Honda Civic. This is my K-swap, and welcome to my channel. So after pulling out the K24A3 out of my Honda Accord Euro, this is the aftermath. It is very filthy, disgusting, and it needs a makeover and a cleanup, as you can see from up there, and all the aluminium corrosion. To clean this up, I'm going to be using an arrangement of different tools to see what works the best. So starting off, I might try with this wire wheel and wire brush. I don't think it's going to get in the nooks and crannies like I really need it to, but it might do the main, like, bigger surfaces and all that. I have indeed ordered new seals, so I will be taking off the rocker cover, and I've taken off the thermostat housing already, and I've got a new seal for that, and a bunch of other seals to make this freshened up, and all the easy seals are covered and done. I'm also going to be using some Scotch pad. This is like focus, come on, focus please. Yeah, so this is like a really fine, like, grit stuff. You can rip it off and get it in the nooks and crannies. But yeah, this is really great stuff. I rate this. And then up next is this little wire brush kind of thing. This thing will get in the nooks and crannies, I hope. I think this is going to be the mainly used one, obviously, because of all the little gaps and everything all the way around. So yeah. After that little rundown yesterday, it got extremely dark and I had to cut it short. So today we're actually going to try and attempt to get this thing all cleaned up and ready for paint. Keen. I'm going to be using this white knight engine enamel. It's this top colour, so it's very similar to the rocker cover colour. But yeah, that should look pretty good. Just to clean it up, we'll see how good this product is. I got it from Bunnings Warehouse. It's rated for 120 Celsius, so should be enough, I hope. We are literally going to spray and pray. This is just a disclaimer. When using power tools like this one, and it's got the wire brush and everything, the wires from the wire wheel here can come off and go in different directions, so make sure you use the appropriate PPEs, safety glasses and some earmuffs. I'm also going to cover the bonnet and everything with a cover, so then I don't get the wires from the wire wheel hitting my car and damaging the paint. As I was editing this video, I thought I'd better tell you more about me. Anyways, I'm Damon. I do prefer Damo, but it doesn't matter, either one. I'm 20 years old from Western Australia, and I'm a third year mechanic at Ford and Nissan. I recently bought this Honda Civic for my 20th birthday after all the hard work, and it's led me here. I'm not completely new to film and photography, but I'm still getting used to this editing software and my new camera. And my main motivation for recording these videos is probably Robbie and Benny Surge, and I'd appreciate you if you'd follow me on this new journey as a crossover from TikTok and start my new chapter of my life. Welcome to the family. Getting midway through this, like the cleaning up of this engine block, you guys are probably wondering, why didn't I just go get a sandblaster? This is a budget build. I wanted to put more effort in by hand, and it's a lot more fun, I reckon. Get a wire brush and get in all the nooks and crannies. You can pretty much get to all the same spaces that you can with a sandblaster, but yeah. Also, the wire brush tends to be working the best, like the hand one, out of the drill operated wire brush, because the drill one's just really hard to get in all the nooks and crannies and it tends to bounce around everywhere. Very hard to actually get a grip and get it to work properly. But yeah, other than that, this is turning out like so good. I'll probably have to get a new one of these. It's very hard to not mess this up because it's such a small little brush and it's just getting abused. So once I get the seals and everything, I will finish cleaning up the block and get that all painted and everything ready, and then I'll pull off the rocker cover and I'll clean that up completely. I plan on painting the rocker cover like a wrinkle red kind of thing and a nice bright red color, as I just love the silver and the red. I saw 4 Pistons post the other day. I'll pop that right up here, and that was very nice. Like, that was like exactly what I want to do. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I may have been gone for a while, but I picked up some bargains. I managed to pick up this EG interior part that goes around the gear shifter. I need that because I got to cut the front of it for the billet shifter, like mechanical shifter kind of thing. I got this steering wheel as well because I think I need the airbag for engineering here in Western Australia when I want to do my conversion for my engine. And then a bunch of just mirrors and random stuff, like there's some old dude giving it out and it's this random filter, and I was just like, alright, just chuck it in. Yeah, like indicators for the fenders, so then just random, like there's a bunch of random stuff in here. And my seals also came in. So we got the rear main seal. That's the part number there if it wants to focus. So yeah, rear main. And then we got the spark plug like ones that go around the spark plugs for the rocker cover. And then we got the like one of the VTEC solenoid ones. I should have ordered the other one as well, but I didn't know there was 2 separate ones. And then there's a heart-shaped thermostat housing. And then my rocker cover seal. That's the part number there as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, I forgot these seals here were like a thing. So I don't know if if I can be bothered ordering them or not. Like, I know I said I wasn't really gonna buy a sandblaster because it's a budget build. I might go buy a little cheapy one from Bunnings, like a $100 one, just to finish off like all the areas where I couldn't get the wire brush, even though I thought I could. So it's the next day and I've kind of given in. So I have bought a cheap Ryobi sandblaster. It has a bunch of different like nozzles in that, and it actually came with some sand grit. So we got 2 of these bottles. Try it on the engine. So now pretty much we're gonna try it. So let's see how this thing works. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. This is not working. Now we're gonna try it without the extension thing on it. I'm just gonna kind of use this slightly. It's kind of disappointing. I don't know what it was, but this thing is kind of garbage for bigger projects. I think it's used for very small things. I was getting like a little bit off the rocker cover, but it's a bit disappointing how I couldn't get much off the block. I do believe that could be a PSI problem, to be honest, thinking about it now, because that compressor there doesn't really get to the minimum requirements for what that needed. So tomorrow I am bringing home, or I'm borrowing a bigger compressor. While I've been thinking about that stuff, I've kind of been working away at the starter motor and just cleaning that up. Yeah, so this bad boy, I've been cleaning up just this part here because that's going to be seen. Same with this part, but I'm not really worried about that. That's not too bad. So I'm probably just going to paint that the same colour as the block because that kind of sticks into the block. And then I've been kind of scraping away the alternator as well just to see what I can do with that, just clean it up. I don't think I'm going to paint that. I'm just going to just clean it up and just see what happens. So after masking all that up, I've got it hanging up from a tree. That's actually not looking too bad. Alright. This is what it looks like after I've just done the first coat. It's not bad. In person, it's a slight different colour to what it is on the top. Other than that, I'm very happy. Well, I'm back the next day and I've brought a compressor. Tango, get off me. Probably about to eat crap lifting this off, but we saved it. Hell yeah. Round 2, baby. That seems to be working way better. When doing this, I recommend wearing goggles and not safety glasses. I got covered in the face and got a lot in my eyeballs. Yeah, I'll show you guys the results tomorrow because I'm pretty much out of daylight anyway. So I'm better off showing you guys in some better lighting. Just as I get a chance to come out, it starts bloody raining. Ah! But yesterday, this is the result. So I was able to get into all the nooks and crannies and everything, so damn, this wave is absolutely crap. I managed to clean up all the easy bits and all the hard bits, getting around like in around that sensor. And all this sand on the ground, man, it is like stepping on marbles. I've slipped over like almost 3 times now. It's so sketchy. Oh yeah, this is like our first lot of water since winter, so and we're in summer at the moment, so this is pretty interesting. Just to finish it up, I have pretty much gone over the whole thing, all the sensors, all the random pipes, all the pulleys, just random stuff I wanted to keep like a normal colour. I found a bunch of that sandblasting sand all in the back of my water pump, so I would have gone through one of the pipes so I can flush that. I'm a bit worried I left that top hose unblocked the whole time while I was sandblasting, so I'm a bit scared there's going to be bloody sand in the head. And I can't really have that. It's so fine that you can't really get all of it out, obviously. But other than that, it's sandblasting that, clean. There was rust on that before and it cleaned it all up completely and cleaned up the nut, so that's pretty cool. I just want to get a once over on this sensor here with all the rust and that, because I don't really want to have that. That's on the very face. And it's finally stopped raining as well, so other than that, today I might just go over like the bottom of the block and on the other side with the wire brush and just fix a few things up and touch that sensor up that's rusted a bit. But yeah, I'm running out of daylight. It's starting to go winter, so the days are getting shorter and shorter, so I've got to hurry up. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow we will have paint on the block and then we can pull off the rocker cover and see how much sandblasting sand got in there. If not, we'll just have to flush it heaps of times with some oil, but yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. After the storms passed, it's now the next day, and I have a situation we need to talk about, and just need to sit down and just discuss what is going on with this engine. So as you guys know, I'm building my K24 EG hatch. Been cleaning up the engine at the moment and just learning different ways and how to use different tools to do the job. Using the sandblaster, I was scared that I got a bit of sand in the rocker cover that night, and I was kind of freaking out because I was cleaning up and taping everything off, and I was like, if any sand got into the engine through that little breather port where the vacuum hose goes through, I might have got some sand in there and ruined the engine completely. So that night during the thunderstorm and everything, I pulled off the rocker cover. I ran outside while it was raining because I just couldn't sleep. And yeah, I pulled it off, and I found out what happened. We are on mobile at the moment. Kind of scared, to be honest, because I did spot there's a bunch of crap in each thing. I have had this motor running before. That ran pretty good, so. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. So when I bought this engine out of this car, the car had low Ks, low mileage, whatever, 124,000 kilometers. That's nothing for one of those engines, being a 2008 Honda Accord. When I pulled the dipstick out, the oil was clean. There was none of that old oil stain on it or anything like that. You can tell when a car's hasn't had the correct oil changed, or on schedule, or hasn't had servicing done, or the oil's gone all yucky. The dipstick will have that brown or orange staining on it, and this had nothing on it, and the oil was golden nectar. I usually would have pulled off the oil cap, but the oil cap just was full of crap. And because I checked the dipstick and everything, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be mint. Everything's clean. I would have been able to see through the oil cap, but I didn't pull that off. So obviously should have known better, but you gotta learn somehow. But I was still yet again pretty lucky to pick that car up for 600 bucks, just for the whole car, and then able to get the motor out with no effort really, just one afternoon with the boys. Pretty much the whole time I've had luck, finding this car, getting that other car with the motor, all luck. This car is worth more than what I paid for it now, and that engine and that whole car that I got out there was worth more than 600 bucks, I can tell you. And I really just wanted to make stock power as well, so I didn't really want to strip down the engine. So I just wanted to get that engine in there and just see what power I could make, and see how much fun we can have, and see how long that engine's going to last with the abuse that I tend to give my cars. With this Vegemite, pretty much I call it Vegemite over here in Australia. Vegemite's a thick brown paste you put on toast, and it looks exactly the same as that, except more darker, and we call it Vegemite. But Vegemite is caused from just lack of maintenance, pretty much. I should have, connecting the dots now, I should have known, because what I found in that Honda Accord was kind of joins the dots all up. The dude actually owed 10 grand to the government, I believe. I can't remember what it was, but it was 10 grand to somewhere. So he was in debt of 10 grand. So I should have known that he couldn't afford to actually get his car serviced. He was trying to pay off his debts. I'll play that clip now of me finding that out. Pretty much in all this mess. That's right, I left this open because I saw the documents in here. I found another bill in there, and it also owed, I think it was 620 bucks. So all up, he was at a dual amount of 11,300 and something, a crazy amount. And the last time he had that car serviced was 60,000 Ks ago. The dots are kind of connecting now while the engine is so messed up. You gotta get your maintenance done. Like, it's so important. It's just a major thing people just throw away. I guess if you're owing that much money though, you have to be careful what you spend your money on. Anyways, I know this is a bad note, but we're gonna end this episode. Like, right now, I've been struggling with motivation recently, and this has kind of kicked everything back. So I need to see what I'm gonna actually do, like, with plans with this motor for now, because I don't know exactly what I want to do. I can either like tear it down, like strip it all down and clean everything up, and then just make stock power still, but just redoing everything. Or I could just go all out and build this motor and actually make it insane. But either way, I gotta have a think about it, because it's still like, it's a lot of money and a lot of time to get that all done. So I need to see what needs to be done, and need a budget and see how much it's going to cost me and how long it's going to take me and what I need, because at the moment I'm underneath this cover and I don't know if I'll be able to strip down any motor. So I've got to figure out somewhere to actually be able to do it without getting everything contaminated and wet and dusty. Yeah, so far it's been like such an amazing journey. Like, thank you guys so much for joining along with episode 1. And I really hope you guys stay around, because this is my dream. Like, this is what I want this to be my future. Like, just making these videos and recording the whole process and just releasing it out onto the web and letting you guys see what it takes to get everything done. So we'll have to keep you guys updated. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh man, I gotta get up out of this car. I'm burning alive, man. Open sesame.